Hey, what's going on, everyone? In this video I'm going to be showing you all one of the most powerful low-level builds that you can make to actually get through the raid. Hope you all find this enjoyable. Consider leaving a like if you do, and hey, share this with some people that you think it would actually help out, because this is a genuinely great build that anyone pretty much can use, because you don't have to be that high of a level, thankfully. This build was made by one of my buddies that goes by Dinosaur. He does plenty of raid runs. He is a super high level, so he decided to just make a new account and come up with this build that could actually help low level players. So big props to him for coming up with this and showing the gameplay footage also of it in action. Yeah, as you can see, he took out the snake with this build. It's possible. It is possible. So yeah, as you can see here, this is a level 75 and higher build. This is on Nukes and Dragons, by the way. And yeah, here's the breakdown of it. I'll be getting more into buffs you can use to make it even more powerful and how to utilize it as a ghoul build as well as the weapons too. Don't worry. First, let's start off with the perk cards here and what you need for each special points. As you can see, we got 11 in strength, 7 in perception, 9 in endurance, plus 1 with 1 legendary perk card of endurance, 3 in charisma, 6 in intelligence, plus 1 with a legendary perk card. So yeah, you're only using 2 legendary perk cards here, 1 endurance and 1 intelligence, which is possible at a low level easily. 10 in agility and 10 in luck. And here are the perk cards we are rocking: Bulletstorm, bringing the big guns, lock and load, blocker for strength. 3 Bulletstorm, 3 for bringing the big guns, 2 for lock and load, and 3 for blocker for the strength category. For perception, we're rocking 3 concentrated fire, 2 tank killer, 2 awareness. Next up here for endurance, we got 3 for fireproof, 1 starched jeans, 1 ironclad, 2 life giver, 1 iron stomach, 1 thirst quencher, and 1 natural resistance. Next up here for charisma, we got 2 in tenderizer and 1 for strange in numbers. Carrying on here for the intelligence category, 2 for batteries included, 2 for field surgeon, 1 first aid, 2 good with salt. Next up here for the agility, we got 3 gunslinger, 2 gunslinger expert, 2 guerrilla expert, and 3 guerrilla expert. And lastly here for the luck category, we got 3 better criticals, 3 for critical savvy, 1 for ricochet, 1 in 4-leaf clover, and 2 quick hands. So that is all you're going to need for the perk cards and special. Easy enough, right? Carrying on down here, as you can see, this is the legendary perks, like I mentioned, just plus 1 for the endurance and plus 1 for intelligence. No worries, guys, you can do this at level 75 and up. Anyways, next up here are the mutations that are suggested: Egghead, Eagle Eyes, Bird Bones, Marsupial, Speed Demon. Make sure to try to get these mutations. They will benefit your build. In case you don't know how to get mutations, you just gotta get rads and you will get mutations over time. Keep in mind though, you're not going to want the Starch Jeans perk card on when trying to get new mutations, because as you can see here, you will never mutate from rads, and Radaway will never cure mutations. So yeah, once you get the mutations you want, put Starch Jeans on so you won't get rid of these when you use Radaway. Anyways, carrying on down here are the weaponry. So starting off with the 50 cal machine gun, this is an easier weapon to get your hands on, and all you want to do is add Furious to it, Rapid, and VATS Optimize for the legendary effects. Keep that in mind: Furious, Rapid, VATS Optimize. If you can't get some of these effects, that's okay. You don't have to have everything perfect to get this build to work. But this weapon in general is a great one to run with, specifically for defending the drill. The Pepper Shaker is going to be what you're going to be using against the big bosses like the Robot, the Epsilon Squad, and the Snake. If you don't have the Pepper Shaker though, that's alright. You can just use this weapon instead. It's still going to be doing a good amount of damage. You're just going to be able to do even more damage with the Pepper Shaker though. Keep that in mind. And for the modifications with this 50 cal, you want Heavy Barrel and Prime Receiver. Anyways, carrying on here, next up is the double barrel shotgun. As you can see, the legendary effects on this is Quad, Rapid, and Swift. This will be useful at certain parts within the raid. Not for doing damage against the bosses. This isn't a DPS weapon. It's used to destroy the crystals really fast at the horde part. For some reason, like burst shots, where it shoots multiple shots out at once, like with a shotgun, or if you modify a laser rifle with a beam splitter, that destroys the crystals during the horde part in the raid really fast. So it's extremely useful at this part because that's how you do damage to the horde that is here. You can't do damage by just shooting them straight on. You gotta destroy the crystals to do damage to them. And using this shotgun will take out the crystals extremely fast. So that's where this is useful at. It's also useful to take out the circuitry that's below the robot boss in the beginning to short circuit the robot guardian. It could take out that really fast too. That's why it's good to have quad on it, because you'll be able to keep firing it without having to worry about reloading it as much. Quad is the most important legendary effect on this shotgun when using it. If you can't find the other effects, it don't really matter. And heck, even if you can't craft a quad effect on this shotgun, that don't matter either. You're just going to be having to reload more, but it'll still take out the crystals just as fast. What I'm trying to get at is just because you're not setting everything up within this build perfectly with the weapons and armor and stuff, don't stress it too much. You'll still be able to take on the raid. And for the modifications, we got standard receiver, standard short barrel, standard sights, no muzzle, standard full stock. So nothing too special. Next up here is the pepper shaker. There's two different variants of the pepper shaker. This one is quad, rapid, VATS optimize, and the modifications on the pepper shaker is hex barrel, no muzzle, plasma magazine, standard sights. Carrying on here though, lastly here is a regular pepper shaker with furious, crippling, and swift, no VATS optimize, and it has the hex barrel, no muzzle, with standard magazine instead of a plasma mag, and standard sights. So this is another one you want to keep in mind to dish out some damage. You can use either of these to deal damage. I prefer the quad variant. The pepper shaker is going to be your damage maker, so keep that in mind. This is the weapon you're going to be using against the bosses. And lastly is the armor. So this is a power armor build of any kind. You don't technically need some kind of crazy higher tier power armor. As you can see here on all of them, we got Overeaters, Intelligence, and Through Hikers. On all of them, guys. Intelligence is going to up your damage. Through Hikers and increase your XP gain. Overeaters makes it so you increase damage reduction up to plus 6% as you fill your hunger and thirst meters. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is a human mod only as well. But yeah, these stack so you can get really tanky with these. And Through Hiker is going to help your carry weight. Food, drink, and chem weights reduced by 20%, which this is just incredible. It frees up some perk cards too that you don't have to use to help with your carry weight. Now I just want to add what Dino said to me. If you're interested in making this into a ghoul, if you're a low level ghoul player, he just said for ghoul you'll need to be level 80, but then swap out natural resistance, iron stomach, and thirst quencher for glowing gut and endurance. After that, swap quick hands out in luck for faulty spots. And of course make sure to use toxic goo too. Lastly, he mentioned on the power armor side, just swap out the Overeaters 1-stars on your power armor to Vanguard or Troubleshooter. Specifically, you want to aim for the Vanguards, but that could probably get a little bit more difficult to get your hands on that many modifications. So yeah, Troubleshooters or Vanguard would help tremendously. So yeah, this is an incredible low level raid build, guys, that you could do at level 75 and higher. You'll be able to get through the entire raid by using this build. Some may be a little bit slower than usual, of course. If you could be able to dish out more damage the higher level you are, the more legendary perk cards you can invest into. But I saw there was comments saying, you wish there was, lower level builds instead of these high end game builds. Well, here you guys go. This is something that you can utilize to get through the raid. Doesn't require any 4-star legendary effects. The gameplay you're seeing, there was no 4-star legendary effects being used. Definitely keep this in mind. Use this because I am showing you full proof of actually going through the raid with this exact build from Dino. Just to prove to you guys this is possible. He just got a few extra level ups, but he didn't change anything. Now I want to get into the buffs though. This is also something important to know. Something to help out with your damage a lot is Blight Soup. This will increase your critical damage by 125 freaking %. So yeah, it's pretty insane. Also use Company Tea, that will help your action point regeneration. Sugar Bombs also help with action points. And Tato Juice will help max your action points. those are some great buffs to be using when you're trying to take out each boss, like the robot boss, the snake, and the power armor guys, the Epsilon squad. Keep that in mind. Those are just extras though. It's not necessary, but it's just going to up your damage, so you're dealing out more damage over time. That 125% extra critical hit damage is freaking nice. And yeah, this build can also be utilized to defend too at the drill. Just make sure you're using your 50 cal machine gun. You're not going to need any 4-star legendaries, or you're not going to need any maxed out and insanely high legendary perk cards. Like I said, this is possible at level 75 and higher to complete this build. And every part you'll be able to complete with this build. Like even at the Epsilon squad part, he had his squad not do as much damage to them, or just stop shooting in general, just to show you the damage that is being dealt. Yeah, sure, they were with him, but they wasn't helping all that much. They were letting him show off the damage, specifically against Bloodhound here at the end. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Hopefully this helps you out on being able to get through the raid. Once again, you don't need an insanely amount of leveled up legendary perk cards. You don't got to be like 400 plus. You just got to be 75 and higher, and you can utilize this and get through the raid. I'm out of here though, everyone. As always, most importantly, I appreciate y'all taking the time watching and listening. And once again, please share this with some people you think would help out, because we're just trying to get more people to just experience the raid and just be better overall and have more confidence of going through. And this is definitely something that would genuinely help the community. I had to share it with y'all, and also consider leaving a like too. That helps get these kind of videos more passed out around the algorithm. But yeah, I'm out of here. As always, most importantly, appreciate y'all taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, peace.